you were not necessarily somebody who had faith. You grew up with a skeptical detective dad. You were a skeptical detective yourself.
Yes.
So you're kind of the best. You're people we like the best, right? Because you're not easy to believe. So you're very convincing then when you do. So how did that happen?
Yeah, I think skepticism is actually helpful for us, right, as detectives. If you believe everything anyone says, no one ever goes to jail because you just trust everybody.
Right.
So you start off.
Because nobody ever really did it. Nobody in jail is ever guilty.
Of course, right? So a lot of it is starting off with the assumption that whatever this guy's telling me is probably not true, and let me just verify it. And that was kind of my attitude as I came across Christianity. I knew there were claims in the Gospels, but I was always, these are crazy claims. They're miraculous claims, and you've never seen these kinds of miracles in your practical experience. So why would you trust anyone making these kinds of claims?
Yeah.
And so I needed to start from that position of skepticism. So having no background in the church, and no family in the church really to kind of guide me through. No idea what that looked like to become a Christian. I just had to take the approach I knew I was familiar with, which was my casework. So I just applied those principles. Now on the backside of having done that, here I am wondering why we don't all have a kind of more evidential view of our Christian beliefs. And then knowing also that if we did, we could probably stem the tide of the rate of young people who are leaving the church in their college years, right? This happens at a really pretty high rate.
Yeah.
And we've kind of watched it for years, we've charted it, and we ask ourselves, what can we do about it? Well, a lot of it's because young people want to know, number one, what do we believe? They want to know what their parents believe as Christians. But they also want to know why we believe it. And I think that taking an evidential approach, if nothing else, if you ask me, well, why do you believe in the miracle? Why do you believe the Gospels are reliable? Why do you even believe that God exists? At least I'm prepared now to be able to offer answers to those questions for my own kids. And if for no other reason, I think that would be worth it, just to be able to tell my own kids.